kinda have to turn on the music first. There we go. And of course I want to show combat. And I also have to announce on Discord that I'm actually starting. And there we go. Actually, isn't this already scenario 7? Yep, this is scenario 7, my bad. Then I probably have scenario 6 labeled wrongly on Twitch. So let's fix it first. And then we're gonna start. In the previous scenario we fought a blind Saurian mage that was basically trapping cuttlefish to make, well, alright, basically to use them as bait and then catch other things. And okay, I actually forgot the exact plan. Anyway, they mentioned a so-called divining pool, which they would use to increase their power. And since we are still running from an ancient lich, we are in dire need of some additional powers as well, and we don't really know where else to look, so that's exactly where we are going. The divining pool was a mysterious place left of unknown origin. It was said that whoever would control the pool's power would be capable of seeing things from distant places and different times. This island houses a magic pond that gives prophetic visions to those versed in magic, as I am. This way we will be able to reveal Revian's weakness. I think that he knows it, judging from the stink of rotten flesh and fungus in the air. Did you believe that those drakes could stop me, mollusks? Look what became of them, and what awaits you too. Lord, is it really necessary to capture those animals? They have actually helped us by killing those Wesnothian soldiers. Do you remember how old Javin let that spoiled brat with striped pants escape and how it ended? I think that if Javin didn't pursue him, he wouldn't have ended as he did. Also, you didn't kill that mollusk's father, so they shouldn't have a reason to oppose you, Lord. Why don't we let him go and get eaten by sperm whales? Enough trash talking, slave. You will fight those mollusks, and I will find some aquatic allies. Good idea, at last, Lord. Of course, it was my idea. We should finish our work here before he returns. However, the way to the divining pool is protected by 4 ward stones. And because you can't crawl to land, it's my job to destroy them, right? Precisely. It won't be easy, as each of these ward stones is guarded by different kind of dangerous fish. Of all possible lich lords, I have to work for the one that speaks of mollusks and commands mushrooms. Oh well, let's fight some squids for Lord Revian's glory. I'm afraid we have to fight that big spook in addition to the fish. I'd suggest we kill him with fire. Gah! So my victory is kill it in itself and Master Seed reaches the divining pool. So I suppose I have to destroy the wardstone things. I do not actually have to fight the Island Guardian if I'm seeing this correctly. But I have to kill this one. And they spoke of dangerous fish like there's the Petrois. Sorry. That's basically a fish that has poison. Then the lamprey, that's a fish that has drains. The anglerfish has, first of all, a magical attack and an ability called Attraction, as in this unit halts movement of all enemies that start and turn next to it. So, in a way, it's slow, but not attack based and doesn't affect damage. And there's the electric eel with ranged fire, magic, attack, shock, Also meaning that if they attack someone, they will have unranged, they will have one less hit to retaliate with. So yeah, a wide array of stuff basically. So yeah, I'm gonna start with this one because it's the easiest one from my point of view. Of course, loyal units are always a must. Then let's level up a couple of the rest of the fire squids as well, because I will keep fighting undead, and I am fighting undead this scenario, so they will always be useful. Also, as you can see, the wardstones spawn more of dangerous kinds of fish every turn. And 2, I think? Yeah, 2 every turn apparently, or at least, probably. Oh, okay, and the Island Guardian is recruiting beings called a Great Seahorses with decent, okay, a weak melee attack, but a decent range attack that has also impact damage. You've broken the first wardstone. Good start, but we must destroy them all. We must destroy all of them. Okay, and destroying a wardstone apparently spawns more of the kind of fish that was supposed to protect it. Even though they failed, but well. Okay, basically normal walking corpses if I kill them. It's good to know. Okay, it's kinda a shame about that village, but whatever. So yeah, I'm not gonna level up that trench attacker, I'm just gonna remove it. So as you can see, I've also got pretty decent income. Why is that? Okay, because I already have access to a lot of villages. I guess that's why. You will never defeat Lord Ravian, sea creatures. Instead, your bodies will join him. So yeah, apparently whenever... Well, I think this one actually killed him, so it's possible... No. They only join as walking corpses if they were actually killed by walking corpses. This was just a coincidence, not a general rule of them. So good thing is, of course, the sea creatures defending the divining pool are not just attacking me, but also them. Alright, and the spawning fish are all loyal, each of them. So they basically do not have to worry about running out of income or something. I probably should have gone for the melee attack there, I didn't. I'll have to live with that. Yep, I gotta kill this one so they do not annoy me further. Then let's kill this one first. Nice. Less nice. Pretty nice. And a free village, please. Then I still have a little bit of income. So I'm gonna go for one more healer for now at least. Okay, they can take that village. It's awkward, but not too terrible. And I think at least Moaning Wardstone is very much gone by now. Actually, how much gold is this guy? A lot, so maybe I should try to kill them. Kinda depends on where they send their forces. Like, if they concentrate on me, then I have to hit back or just get overrun. And getting overrun is not that great. Nice. I see, because I have a potential like 10 hits with 5 damage and I only need 5 of them to hit, and they have the 50% chance to dodge. It's not that unlikely for them to die. So yeah, and because they didn't manage to hit me, luckily, like this was really luck, they just kept coming and, well, dying. Oh, okay, in that case I have a pretty good chance at killing this one. Because they already moved out, there's not much defense to be had for them at this point. Like, I wouldn't have gone much out of my way to try to kill this one, but if they're literally offering themselves up like this, I won't say no. This was surely the biggest fish in these waters. Don't forget that this time our objective is to reach the divining pool, not fishing. Like, yeah, usually, actually, am I getting gold for killing them? Okay, not for this one. That's safe. Usually I was trying to get, well, feed. Ooh, killing this guy gave me 100 gold. Nice. I had not noticed. Usually my goal is to get feed for well, the fish, for the cuttlefish. But this time that's not my goal. Yeah, which is why Inky had to be reminded of that fact. Okay, I kind of feel confused by myself, basically. Oh well. Nice. Nice. Oh, indeed, so anyone getting killed is raised as a walking corpse. Whoops, my bad. So I had it right at the beginning and then I got confused and then I had it wrong again. So in that case they obviously have some snowball effect, because this time they do have pretty decent numbers. So they do not have to rely as much on those snowball units, but it surely helps. I wonder if the undead can also destroy the guarding stone, the ward stones. It would be kinda helpful. Like not not strictly necessary, because at the end of the day I still have to kill the undead anyway. But it would be helpful. Wait, why was there white? And next stone down. We have broken half of the ward stones. Now let's take care of the other half. I'm on board with that. Like really, I don't see why not. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Take care of the other wardstones. Then... Right, destroying a wardstone spawns lots of fish. Oh, kinda forgot about that. Like I was confused, what are all those fish doing there? But it makes perfectly sense. Probably should get a couple more of the fire squids, considering the fact that I will have to fight the undead almost on my own. Like, I've wiped out the enemy, the other enemy leader a bit too soon, I would say. And those guys are totally snowballing. If they are unable to destroy the wardstones, then they will suffer counterattacks from the special fish all the time, which would be quite helpful. So really, there is. If they destroy the wardstones, it's good for me. If they, because I will have an easier time moving to the divining pool. If they don't. It won't be as easy, but at least the undead will be constantly weakened by infighting with the fish. So really, it's not that easy to find downsides about this. Also, whoa, those great seahorses have 3 movement points. That's a wonder they get anywhere at all. Okay. Like I am pretty much set at this point. The undead are going to be plenty annoying, but as long as I do keep to the water, I should be fine. Hey, they have an interesting and nice death animation. Like they pretty much sing. Nice. I wonder, is this a mainline unit at this point, or is this really a unit from this campaign? Because the quality is pretty high. Monsters. So what's this? A great seahorse. Yep, it's a mainline unit. Interesting. So just to read out the description. Like, by the way, we have a lot of new mainline monsters at a time. This is just one of them, with a portray even. Seahorses are a variety of fish that have a horse-like head, but they have no real connection to their queens. Most seahorses are small, shy creatures that eat bugs and similar small prey, but great seahorses are large enough to threaten unwary travelers. This large variety can spit water with enough force to stun a small animal, and has thick, bony plate armor, just like all seahorses. But like all seahorses, it is a slow swimmer and cannot move over land. So as you can see, a lot of stuff crossed out, basically only, water and swamp. So let's stay calm and be a bit on the defensive here. Because I really don't want to engage them on water. I mean, of course I want to engage them on water, I don't want to engage them on land. Okay, they clearly cannot or will not destroy the wardstones. So I will have to take care of that myself. Meaning also that there will be those sea creatures will constantly spawn and harass them. So far, so nice. On the other hand, it also means that you will have a constant stream of walking corpses whenever they kill those things. And I kinda gotta leave the land now. Like, I pretty much misjudged the situation when I moved those two onto the land to collect villages, because I do not really have a way to defend them there. I can only risk them there, and that's not great. So let's level up this one first. They're so close, and then just need a bit of XP to heal again. That's pretty much all I want from them. Die. Then this one is protected anyway, but yeah, let's move them over there. So yeah, this is what I mean with a constant stream of walking corpses. Sure, they damage them, but I don't think it's that much. Okay, this is luckily a unit I can easily sacrifice, like I do not really mind. If I can save them, sure, but I won't be crying about losing them. Which reminds me, there is still no named unit in this campaign. Possibly because every single unit I have access to is, well, not exactly humanoid. But it's cuttlefish and tentacles all the way right now. So maybe not as interesting for people. Misclick, I want this one. Like, there's no point in moving this unit if it can't reach any of the enemies I'm trying to target. Then can this one get away? I don't think so. Oh well. Let's try to burn that bed, and it is what it is. It's actually not that bad. Like, over here, pretty much none of the enemies, none of the undead enemies are high level. They are all just level 0 cannon fodder, meaning I can actually easily deal with this. As in, not just easily, but also without effort. I wonder what would happen if they killed my walking corpse. Probably nothing. Because obviously they can't raise it again. Then still 2 more wardstones and 1 enemy leader to go. This was, well, expected. But as I said, it's actually the kind of unit I do not really mind losing. Let's see what the sea monsters are gonna do next. Okay, they preferably focus to walking corpses, probably just because they're an easier target. Like, they deal far less damage, so it is a reasonable strategy. Meaning I won't have to deal with them as much. Okay, I'm slowed down because of those anglerfish. So I probably have to move this one over there if I want to reach a wardstone. because whenever I meet a unit that is an angler, if I try to get there the proper way, I will have to go through the anglerfishes, which will always slow me down too much, so I won't be able to actually reach. Meh. Be gone. Then this one has to go as well. And this one, of course. Yep, that works for me. Then let's keep moving up on them. Also remember, my goal is not to destroy the 4 ward stones, my goal is to move Master Seahead to the divining pool, which is only possible after destroying the 4 ward stones. What I just mean to say, I have to calculate more time than just destroying the ward stones. I also have to leave time for actually moving Master Seahead. So yeah, basic strategy is just I try to fight in the water as much as possible. Preferably also avoid fighting the high level ones, like let the sea monsters deal with them, like I call the sea monster, but basically let the fish deal with them, and I should be fine. Like for a moment I was running, why do I not just move him over here when it's so close? Like Inky, for example, can get there, but Master Seahead can't, because Master Seahead is too big for to move on thing. What's the word again? On land. I think his explanation was that moving on land would crush his brain because it's too heavy. So while with if it's in the water, it's the buoyancy. I'm not exactly sure how this is pronounced. Anyway, the thing will make it so that bam. Basically, you can float in water. Today's not a day for me to do smart things, apparently. Well, good to know. Oof, this one is still recruiting plenty of enemies. Okay. Not that much income, but they just spend forever without recruiting anything, I guess. Nice. On the other hand, that means I will have to deal with all the fish up there. Huh. Is it just me, or are more of them spawning? No, it's actually still 2, it's just they do not die as fast anymore, because the undead have expended most of their money by now. Can I move there? Nope, I cannot. Because of the slow, I am unable to move on the ground. Just not fast enough for this. So, healer first. Then kill this one. Master Seahead is of course still stuck. And I still have to move on to this one to kill them. So time to decimate a couple of undead if possible. Maybe not that possible. Right, and me killing the fish also means that no undead spawn, because obviously they were not killed by the undead. So it basically denies them 3 corpses. 3 soldiers. Nice, so I'm no longer alone with dealing them, and the fish might focus on fighting the undead instead of me. So So that's pretty useful. This is looking pretty good. Perfect. This means I can destroy this wardstone as well with ease. Now there's only one wardstone left. So, and of course more anglerfish spawn. Interesting, those fish cannot move onto land. Meaning, if they are spawned on land, they just they have a 0% chance to dodge and just die. If I hit them. So they can also move on to threatening this guy. Die. Still have to get both the wardstone and this one, but it is looking pretty damn well. Pretty damn good. Not quite sure. Something. But I'm very glad that the undead are still the focus for the fish, so they basically ignore me, if possible at all. So the globster should have a decent time getting to the wardstone. Like, this is what I mean with they just die if they are stuck there. 0% chance to dodge is not doing them any favors at all. Shame. And goodbye, anglerfish. It was nice knowing you, I guess. But frankly, I'm not very sad about seeing them go. Okay, this is the perfect chance. This one walks out, so I get a shot at killing them. Or at least trapping them outside of their keep instead of having to walk onto land or rather swim onto land. Now I can just get them over there and be done with it. At least that's the idea. Problem is, those are gonna slow me, and I'm not sure if I will, if that means that I still have enough movement points to get them. Like, see? Nope. Damn it. Huh, this is sort of decent. It's daytime, so I have a chance at surviving this. But I actually gotta calculate that. Okay, 16, 32, 64. Technically, they can kill me. Technically. Let's test first, maybe. Okay, I was hoping that to check if they just maybe disappear if I kill the enemy leader. That didn't work. So we just have to see, do they actually go for them? Because if they go for them, I would reload this turn because it's not something I'm willing to risk. Great job! The way to the divining pool is clear now. Great, it's on the other side, really? Like, this is also part of what I meant with having to calculate the time needed to get to the divining pool. And yeah, I'm gonna write down that they really should give a hint about where this is gonna open up, because let's say I have my unit over here and it's I'm on turn 23. I need 7 turns to reach there. Even if I've wiped out every single unit on the map, I would have to go back a couple turns to move my unit in position for this to work out. So yeah, let me just write it down first. Wait, Masters here, yes, that's the word. Okay, added. Then I will have to reload. I possibly will have to reload anyway. Like, it really depends on where those enemies go for. And yeah, let's get an undead first. Like, yeah, because this place is so contested, there's almost no space for them to spawn, which is why 3 of them even spawned on the sand, which is of course very advantageous for me. Not so much for them. Then let's see what... Okay, this one doesn't even bother. In that case, yeah, this checks out. No chance of this one dying. Like, if they had tried to attack, there would have been a chance, and then I wouldn't have done this. But if I can be sure that they won't do this anyway, then from my point of view, this is totally safe. Still gotta kill this one though. Like, I almost forgot about that part. Burn. Oh, come on. Then do not burn, I guess. Be what it may, I have ended this scenario basically at this point. So yeah, there's just a couple of villages to get, I guess. And of course Master Seed has to move there, but beyond that I should be fine. Ah, this one pretty close to leveling up actually. It's impressive. As long as Lord Ravian lives, he can revive me, and he's immortal. He won't be happy to hear about my failure though. We should reach the divining pool before his master returns. Gah! So, the continued objectives are Master Seed reaches the divining pool. Because, well, it's all it's left to do at this point. Done. And let's get all the villages. And now I just have to end the turn a couple of times for this to be over. I just would like to move those guys next to healers or onto villages, so they will spend less time with their healing. Like, once they're full health, they no longer will need healing. Now I will use my mystical knowledge to divine any weaknesses of that Lich Lord. And with this scenario is over. And in the next scenario, I'm gonna spoiler this a little bit. As he said, he's gonna spend some time divining the weakness, and it won't end in just us leaving again before anything happens. But instead, we will have to defend Master Z had while being assaulted by the undead. Like, the Lich Lord said that he's gonna come back, so obviously he will be back while we're still here. And we will, well, just have to play survival in a way. Because the Lich Lord is, from our point of view, not defeatable at this point. Which is why we are in the divining pool to begin with. Anyway, for now, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Like, maybe even tomorrow. I have to figure that out on my own first. See you.